Trading days, January 16th, 2016. At this point, many people have dismissed the Uranus-Pluto square as having passed its exact stage, and it has, but it's only 1 degree away from an exact square. So let's take a look and see what's happened here recently. On January the 5th, and I'm pointing at it right here, the Sun started its translation of this Uranus-Pluto square, which is past exact, as I just said, and it started it by being conjunct Pluto right here on January 5th. 2 days later, it squared, the Sun squared Uranus. So that was the translation. And what happened around the date? Well, right in between on January 16th, that's where North Korea tested what they say is a hydrogen bomb, but at least an atomic bomb went off. Now, even with the basic knowledge of astrology, Pluto rules atomic energy and all things nuclear. So this tells me this is still alive and still active, this square. Well, I knew it anyway, but that kind of confirms it. It could be very important because what's coming up here this week, this coming week, Mercury is going to translate this same square, the Uranus-Pluto square. And it's going to do it twice over the next 2 weeks. The reason being that Mercury is currently retrograde. So I'm going to read off these dates, and you may want to write them down. January the 20th, Mercury is going to square Uranus, so it's starting the translation of the square. Remember, Mercury is moving backwards here. On the 22nd of January, next Friday, Mercury will be conjunct Pluto. So that's the first translation of the square. Then, so we'll talk about that. We'll come back to that 20th and 22nd date in a minute. On January 25th, Mercury turns direct, moves to direct motion. And then on that weekend, January 30th and 31st, Mercury will now be in forward motion, and on the 30th it's going to conjunct Pluto, and on the 31st, 1 day later, markets aren't open, Mercury is going to square Uranus. So we've got to be very aware of what happens in this coming week, the 20th and 20th, on the dates the 20th and 22nd. Mercury, when it is moving backwards, is often called the trickster, hides information, people don't get the right information at the right time, all sorts of minor miscommunication. So we're going to have this Mercury translation of the square. It'll then turn direct, and what I'm saying then is we may get the real news, what's really going on January 30th and 31st. Obviously this isn't going to hit the markets till the Monday, and this is separate from all the I've kind of given the January 29th date plus or minus a number of trading days as a critical date, and this only emphasizes that date. So bear that in mind as we go forward. Thank you very much for listening.